more lutein. Because the way we care is anything but ordinary. Only Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Are you tired of your current vehicle? Maybe looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Hey guys, it's Zach. Hayes Nissan of Rivergate is the best choice for your vehicle needs. Located at 1550 Gallatin Pike North in Madison, Hayes Nissan of Rivergate has been serving the Middle Tennessee community for over 3 decades. That gives you confidence that Hayes Nissan of Rivergate can find the perfect vehicle for your lifestyle and your budget. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff will make sure you are taken care of. I should know because I've seen it firsthand. Every vehicle I've purchased has been from Hayes Nissan of Rivergate, and I love the entire process. Now, I don't want you to forget about their award-winning parts and service department. It has everything you need to get you back on the road. Go visit them on the web at nissanofrivergate.com. They're open there 24/7, 365 days a year. Or give them a call at 615-865-7220. Again, that number is 615-865-7220. That's Hayes Nissan of Rivergate, where your dollar always goes farther.
Okay, it's happening.
It's the afternoon stretch with Zach Williams and Bruno Reagan.
Everybody stay calm. Stay calm.
Let's take some calls from the public, shall we?
Join the afternoon stretch now at 615-844-5600. Now here's Bruno and Zach.
4 o'clock here in the Music City, so you know what time it is. Time for the afternoon stretch here on Nashville Sports Radio. No, we do not have Vince Ferreira on. He is a great guest, though. I know Vince very well, and Darren and them had him on, and he was tremendous. If you were watching the video side, you would have seen what I was talking about. You have to go back to the VODs if you wanna re-see what the joke was about. Too bad, audio people, you just missed out. Bruno Reagan, Devlin McKenzie, Zach Williams here inside the Strike and Spare Family Fun Center studio. So glad you're alongside with us here today on this Wednesday. It messes with me. We weren't here Monday, and now it's I want to think it's Tuesday, but it's Wednesday today. Bruno Reagan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. It's pretty crazy considering I'm from Clarksville, the Ohio of Tennessee, and we were pretty snowed in. We were pretty snowed in bad, and I walked out today.
Edward Snowden?
It was all gone. Yeah, Edward Snowden. I'm also a Russian. I'm also a Russian probe. So can't wait to get back home.
I don't even know who that guy is. Just heard the name. Yeah, and there's no snow anymore. Snow's gone. It's so weird.
Snow's gone, and it's so warm, I can wear my sandals today.
Yeah, it's really warm outside. I actually messed up. I wore a North Face and a long sleeve shirt today. No need. I've been hot all day, and it's really hot in the studio right now. It's actually not too bad today, but still, all the same, it is very warm outside, and I think tomorrow it gets like into the 60s. That is the most just Tennessee. It was -1 to start the weekend, and now it's going to be 60s 5 days later.
Yeah.
That is, if there isn't anything that is more Tennessee weather than that, the only way is a tornado. A tornado needs to hit here soon, which hopefully it does not.
I didn't check the weather for the new year, actually, because that'll be Saturday, low of 45, high of 61. A little bit of rain, 70% chance, but nice day for the new year.
Yeah, there you go. Nice day for Titans football tomorrow.
Yeah, how's that? Why is that?
The weather-wise.
Okay.
Weather-wise is a nice day. That's what I was meaning to say. Weather, because nothing else.
You want to tell people?
Nothing else.
You want to just go ahead and tell people what you sent me at Devlin today? Well, it was one of the funniest things. I feel like the viewership should hear about it.
This was hilarious. I laughed about it. First off, a guy or a female, I actually have no idea. I don't even have it in front of me. I can remember it, though. Posted to sell their Titans tickets. It was 4 tickets in row M and a parking pass, and it was $1,800. First off, good luck. It
feels like it was a troll.
I mean, this was a real one. This is like
it's on Facebook. Yeah, no.
It was a real Inside group, guys trying to sell this, and I understand PSLs and all that kind of stuff. It sucks. No shot somebody's paying $1,800 to go see the Titans tomorrow.
Well, the post was funny, but the replies were funnier.
Reply was great. A guy just right at the beginning of it, on the very first post, just replies, says, "I don't want any of this stuff. Why would you show me this?"
It was awesome.
Ah, that was so good. I mean, like thinking that posting something for sale on Facebook is for everybody and just for that one guy though. Just for that one guy. And he said no. So, but it also echoes the real side of this. Nobody's paying $1,800 to go see the Titans tomorrow. You want to know why? You want to know why? Everyone's out. Everyone's out. That's why. They're not. Derrick Henry is doubtful. That he's not injured. We know that. They're just telling you without telling you there's no Derrick Henry.
Fantasy teams are in the playoffs right now, and they're in
Championships.
absolute shambles.
This is championships right now.
Not for us, the listeners.
Listener league, no, but our sleeper league,
Yeah.
our dynasty league, we have. I'm in the championship with Derrick Henry.
No,
I'm not.
Not this week.
So yeah, I mean, but outside of fantasy implications, the Titans are packing it in for the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday Night Football. You know who else is panicking on this too, besides just fantasy aspects? Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
They've already had a terrible product. I've been seeing advertisements already that have included like Derrick Henry and Ezekiel Elliott because drafted in 2016 or 2016 draft, and they were put together and they were like comparing yards since they've been drafted, touchdowns. There's no Derrick Henry. Who else are you going to put on the Titans graphic right now? There's nobody else to put on the Titans
Jeff
graphic.
Swaim.
Jeff Swaim.
He might not. I don't. Who knows what he's even doing right now?
He's trying to play football, I imagine. The full list. This is the full list right now for the Tennessee Titans. Jim Wyatt put it out earlier. Ryan Tannehill out. Jeff Simmons out. Nicholas Petit-Frere out. Amani Hooker out. Bud Dupree out. Zach Cunningham out. Dylan Cole out. Josh Thompson out. And then here's your doubtful list. Derrick Henry, Christian Fulton, Danico Autry. That's your doubtful list. Go ahead and just mark them as out. They're out. They're not playing them. Because why play anybody in this game that means nothing? It means nothing. You're worried about Jacksonville going forward. Malik Willis is going to be on the offensive side. I mean, I assume at some point we see Josh Dobbs tomorrow for the Tennessee Titans. But with this group of characters out, there's no hope in the world right now for the Tennessee Titans.
And how many of those are out just because this game has no playoff implication?
I mean, Jeff Simmons has been injured all week, all season, it seems like, but he's been playing, so I would assume him. Petit-Frere seems like it's a maybe case, but I don't know. Bud Dupree left the game against Houston, and they marked him as questionable, but on the TV they showed him. Like, we were up in the press box. I had the TV in front of me, and everybody's like, where's Bud Dupree at? And I was like, I just watched him throw his gloves and, like, all his bands and everything into the audience, and he's just walking off the field. I mean, it looked like he was done. Like, and when I say that, I mean, like, retiring. Like, it was like Von Bell. Who was it, Von Bell?
Antonio Brown.
Well, Antonio Brown, but no, who's the one that was the
he was the
Indianapolis
DB
Colts.
He was the Colts DB. He was playing for the Bills. Vontae Davis.
That's who I'm thinking of. Vontae Davis just like
It's
quitting.
a young man's game.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm done. That's how Bud Dupree walked off the field against the Houston Texans. So I don't know. I don't know about this list. Cunningham's had off and on injuries. I don't know if these are just the doubtfuls for me are the ones that are probably that's the big, like, we don't really want. That's the ones that they're healthy. They're not going to play.
Yeah.
That's my guess on those.
And I get why there's this, like, sit and rest mentality. Yeah, has something ever just pissed you off that makes total sense, but it still makes you mad? There's got to be something out there where it's like, it's the right thing to do, and it just infuriates you. Sitting players because the game, quote unquote, doesn't matter, and then going into next week and then just expecting everyone to perform at a high level. I just hate that. I hate the whole sitting and resting idea. But I get it. I get why you would do it, because why would you even risk anything against the Cowboys? I mean, the Colts did it when they were 15-0 or whatever. Remember that?
Yeah.
They're 15-0, and then they rested everyone and lost their last game.
But see, there's the key difference. They were 15-0.
Yeah.
They were. You knew
the
what their
Titans
team
was.
was.
It feels like the Titans need to learn how to win again
before
they get to Jacksonville, not rest and just throw one away.
And here's the thing. We're talking about winning the AFC South. They can beat the Cowboys, lose to Jacksonville, and still get into the playoffs. It would be a wild card, but that is still a possibility as well. But you're wiping it away, saying our only shot is to win the AFC South. So that's what you're going to do against the Cowboys. And I understand it's a smarter move, but putting all your eggs in one basket is just kind of crazy. But I think it's also a realization of what this team is right now. And I guess it's good by the Titans and Mike Vrabel to be that self-aware and say, okay, there's no reason to play this. We're putting it all in on Jacksonville. That's the easier opponent, I guess, even though Jacksonville just beat Dallas not that long ago. But I think they're saying, let's just do it that way.
Jacksonville's playing like they're an unstoppable juggernaut monster. Jacksonville smells blood in the water where everyone else. And what did I tell you? One of the first things the NFL player when they came back to Vanderbilt and talked to me, they were like, "Hey, people quit at the end of the season. They just go through the motions. A lot of people don't watch film. That's where the Titans are at right now. And Jacksonville, they're all jacked up. And you know what a lot of people love playing for? Bonuses. You know what you get if you get to the playoff? Bonuses.
Yeah. Well, this is gonna, the whole thing that we've talked about the Tennessee Titans under Mike Vrabel's tutelage is culture. We talk about this amazing culture the Titans have. It's being tested now. This is the test.
Oh, they're failing right now.
They are currently. But if you can somehow muster up a win against Jacksonville to get into the playoffs, or even if they beat Dallas, I mean, we're checking it off and it's over. There have been crazier things than a 7-8 team beating a 10 and whatever team. There have been crazier things in this world that happen that way. So we're testing that culture now of Mike Vrabel. That is being tested 100% way.
I think this is going to show that in the NFL, you can preach culture all you want to. At the end of the day, it's a near impossible thing to uphold. I think having 53 testosterone-filled, for lack of a better term, alpha males in a room, it's easy when you're winning to say we have great culture, when in reality it's not the case. You just had a good thing going. You were solid in certain positions that gave you a lot of stability, and you went out there and you executed. And now that you're not executing anymore, of course it unravels.
Yeah.
I think culture is just a talking point in the NFL sometimes. And Mike Vrabel did his best to try and uphold one. Yeah, but when things go bad, it all goes bad. You know how when it, like anybody can relate to this. Things go bad at your work, something bad happens, and the mood's just terrible all around. Mm-hmm. In the NFL, it's that times 10 because everyone's allowed to be emotional. You're not allowed to be emotional in a lot of corporate settings. Is that fair to say?
No, true.
In the NFL, you can look at someone and be like, F you, and you can look at the coach and be like, I hate losing, and you're the reason we're losing. You can tell that to your boss. In the NFL, a lot of times, if you're a vet, there's nothing they can do to you. That's why Mike Vrabel was so sad, being like, yeah, people come up to me saying that I'm a man. Yeah, if you're a man, prepare. That's why the culture unravels so quickly, because everyone's so emotional.
Yeah, no, I agree that. I think the consistency of culture week in and week out is very hard to obtain, but I think you can look at a entire season picture and say, look, the culture was there the whole way through. That mentality stuck all the way through. It has been tested these last couple weeks, and I really think the main test is coming up, obviously, against the Dallas Cowboys, if the Titans have any fight in them. Vegas, shockingly, has the Cowboys as 10.5-point favorites. We're going to talk about our picks later on today in the show and go over those.
That line moved to 12.5 today, by the way.
It moved to 12.5? Okay, I saw it earlier this morning. It was 10.5. 12.5, that takes away my whole point, because what I had beforehand was 10.5. I was going to say that the Chiefs and the Broncos are 12.5. So that was shocking to me that even before they made the move, that they still had it at 10.5, because that would suggest that there's some fight in this Tennessee Titans team, but the culture part of it, the fight of that culture, is going to be proven or disproven going forward in the season. If this team just gives up and quits, because what you're saying is people like having bonuses. They like making extra money. That's what you get for going to the playoffs. The Titans still have that as the carrot on the end of the stick. They just got to get there. Mm-hmm. The finish line's there. If they just pack it in and it's noticeable and they turn up against the Cowboys and it's just a goose egg, and you go up against the Jags and Jags just smoke you again, that culture to me never existed ever.
And I've been thinking about it a little bit too. So there's this whole story. Malik Willis gets in front of the team and talks them up, right? And
yeah, makes them all hype and everything.
Why is Malik Willis doing that? I get he's the one playing, but is he the? And we criticize Malik for not taking the role as leader of the Titans, but then he gets up in front of the team and does what it's a little bit contradictory for me, because he gets in front of the team and talks. It's like, this is the guy, Does that not worry anybody else? Worries me. Ryan Tannehill should be the one, even though he's injured. It's weird. NFL teams are weird like that, though. It's extremely dynamic. And the worst thing
it's
the
sign
Titans
of bad programs when you don't have right leaders in.
Yeah. End point being, you want to know the worst thing the Titans can do? Say, oh, we just were injured. We were the most injured team in the NFL again. That's why we should all get a pass.
Yeah.
Every team deals with injuries, and every team adapts in their own ways. And the ones that adapt the best succeed. The Titans should get a pass for the season.
I agree with that sentiment. I disagree with it in the way that the Titans have for the past 2 seasons dealt with the most injuries than any other NFL team.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going. They could possibly break their own record before the record that they just broke last year on how many different players they use this season. I think last I saw they're up near 82, 83, something like that. Last year it got to 91. Like, it's still possible that they're going to be bringing in more people before if they get into the playoffs too. All the same. So I don't know. I'm not blaming injuries. What I'm not going to do is blame the training staff. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I feel like you've talked to me to know enough. Like, and I get why a lot of media do it because
I was flabbergasted how many times that in the press box, how many people in the media were like, "Yeah, this training staff is a problem." Not Todd Downing. I heard that a lot from big names that you would not expect. I won't say them just because it's not right, but for me to hear that and think, what Kool-Aid are you drinking that Todd Downing isn't the problem? And it's the training staff who's causing the downfall for the Tennessee Titans. I was shocked.
I mean, just how would you – are you going to clean and press different? Is that going to stop people from tearing their ligaments? Is that going to stop people from getting knocked in the gabber? What different are you going to do as a weight training staff? The training staff thing is like we say radio guy all the time. That is radio guy. Just no.
This was just in the privacy. I mean, these people were believing it. They were believing it. They were saying it and saying, "Yeah, that's the problem. Players aren't rehabbing properly. Players aren't being used properly." You know, majority of the training that these players get to, it isn't the Titans who are showing, okay, this is how we're going to do this exercise. No, they're expected to know how to do these things getting to that point. That's a whole part of the process. When you were at Vanderbilt, you probably had people that expected you to know how to do the certain workouts and drills and different things like that. They didn't come in and teach you. They may say, okay, this is what we're going to do it this way, go. But they're not going to sit there and say, we're going to learn how to do it today, guys. Gather around, get in a semicircle, 2 fingers up, quiet time. They don't do that in the NFL. So the problem with this team right now is not the training staff. It's the fact of the players that they don't have, the players that are either
the players they have suck, and the players that are good are out. That's the Titans' problem.
The players that are starting are going to suck, especially against Dallas. Unless Hassan Haskins, Michigan legend, comes out.
We're the worst radio guys.
I know. We're too much truth. That's really what it is. We can't.
How hard is it to understand that John Robinson and the Titans, they drafted a bunch of ding-dongs.
Yes.
They drafted a ton of people who have no value.
Which got John Robinson fired.
Caleb Farley, and Caleb, I get it, man. I'm not coming after you. Injury is a hell of a thing. It is not fair to Caleb Farley to draft him in the first round when he hasn't played in a year, and he's like, I cannot move my back.
And coming from Virginia.
Yeah.
But
that's the same thing I said about Sauce Gardner in Cincinnati.
True. But, Cincinnati was a team for the past couple of years that had been at least in the college football playoff talk, Yeah. That's the idea of it, I think.
I know. It's like John Robinson and Mike Vrabel, for all the culture and character they preach, and maybe they were on different pages. John Robinson seemed to look at the character tab of their little evaluations, throw it out, and just like, here you go. Here you go, Isaiah.
He played football like this. I don't care what else he did or don't know that he is. I don't know. There's a lot of questions about it. And right now, it's a very bleak output. So there's a guy that wanted $1,800 for Titans tickets, for 4 tickets and a parking pass. Probably not going to get it. You're going to have to come down on that. I think I saw somebody that said, if you pay me $25, I'll take that from you, which, true. That's the only way you're getting rid of those. You're going to have to pay someone to get it. It's like being a Browns fan right now.
Someone said they'd actually give him $18 for each.
Yeah. We got to run to a break. Before we go to the break, we got to talk about our friends over at Slim Chickens, talking about a big game. That means you got to have good food with your game because, look, nothing better than eating some great Slim Chickens, watching the game, wherever you are. First off, you can go there. They got TVs inside of the restaurants. Mount Juliet, Murfreesboro, and Hendersonville. They all have TVs. But you can do like me. Download that Slim Chickens app. You can have points built up, order right through the app, pay for it, everything, have it ready for delivery to either your home, office, wherever you are, or, and even more like me, get it ready for curbside pickup. Skip the line, skip the wait. You just have it, pull up, take it, and go. Take it back home, take it wherever, and enjoy that delicious Slim Chickens. Get it all in that Slim Chickens app. Download it however you got your apps. Remember that Slim Chickens in Mount Juliet, Murfreesboro, and Hendersonville. That's Slim Chickens, wings, tenders, and more.
Well, good afternoon. There's a pretty long list of minor accidents, but here's what we're looking at. Heavy traffic, once again, 65, trying to get up through Robertson County. It's been busy in both directions, southbound especially. Again, trying to get through White House. It's increasing, but it looks good on 40 through Mount Juliet. Traffic headed out through Wilson County. Lots of radar in Wilson and Rutherford County this afternoon. Hey, Nash Painting Services, all in Middle Tennessee. If you want the best, and these guys are, check out their references at nashpainting.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
As a professional realtor in Nashville for more than 40 years, Richard Courtney is one of the city's top-ranked real estate brokers. He's also the author of 2 books and the real estate columnist for the Nashville Ledger. What does all of this mean to you as a home buyer or seller? Expert knowledge, guidance, and trust. Give Richard Courtney a call today at 615-300-8189. That's 615-300-8189. Or online at richardcourtney.com. If you need a staycation or planning a trip to Music City, stay at Bento Living Chestnut Hill. Voted the best boutique hotel in the city by the Nashville Scene. Bento Living is located on the edge of bustling downtown and boasts on-site dining, shopping, live entertainment on the rooftop, and free fitness classes. Come experience Nashville like a local. Visit bentochestnuthill.com to book your Music City vacation today.
Good day, I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill, and here's your latest exclusive Nashville Sports Radio WNSR Skies Can forecast. Daytime hours will give us mostly sunny skies, highs in the lower to mid-50s. The evening hours overnight as well, increasing clouds through the night, lows around 42. Utilizing the resources of the WeatherBug Network on Nashville Sports Radio, I'm WSR's Jimmy O'Neill.
Sports Radio, WNSR.
Follow the afternoon stretch on Twitter at Bruno Reagan and Zachariah W. Really, man? You want that? I'm not spelling that out.
The afternoon stretch. Bruno Reagan, Devlin McKenzie, Zach Williams here inside the Strike and Spare Family Fun Center studio. Getting some more topical. We talked about Titans. It's depressing. I mean, is anybody else depressed talking about the Tennessee Titans? I feel like you hear about it so much. It's pretty depressing right now.
It is depressing. That's why I don't mind talking about it. There's a million other things we could talk about. You wanna bring up something else? Because I got a few things.
Go ahead. What do you got?
I got 2 main things I want to talk about before we don't have any guests on today either, do we?
No guests.
I love
no guests on a Wednesday.
I love having the mic. All right, it is what it is. We just talk about the current playoff picture, and one of the more breaking stories, if no one else heard, the Raiders are going for a new quarterback, which was crazy because Derek Carr just signed a 3-year extension with a lot, like in the hundreds of millions guaranteed.
Where have I heard this before? just signed an extension this year and fired in the same year. That doesn't happen a lot, does it? Oh, wait.
Titans.
John Robinson. It happened to him. Yeah, Jarrett Stidham. Josh McDaniels came out today and said that Jarrett Stidham will be the starting quarterback going forward for this season, but this is not an indictment on the future of the Raiders. Lie. Because you know what the Raiders are right now?
Don't tell me. A sleeping giant?
A playoff hopeful still team. Still a playoff hopeful team.
Yeah, sleeping giants maybe not like the word I'm looking for. They remind me a little bit of the Titans.
They have to have a million things go right. It's one of those. But they're
still in the hunt.
They still have playoff hopes.
No, they're still in the hunt. 100%. They're on the bubble. They're the last team on the bubble right now.
But they still have things that could happen that cause them to get into the playoffs. That's still a possibility. And they're giving up. Now, look, Derek Carr, he sucks. He's better than Jarrett Stidham.
Yes.
That is for sure. I'm not going to eat crow on this one. I'm not going to have to come back and say, wow, I didn't know I was right or wrong.
And you think Derek Carr sucks. Is your official stance Derek Carr sucks?
I think he's not a winning quarterback. I think his stats aren't bad, but for some reason he doesn't win. He's the opposite of Tebow. Tebow never had good stats. Tebow won. He won football games. Better or not.
I don't like this argument.
I know you don't because you don't like Tebow in the eyes of NFL.
Yeah, I like good football players.
He won games. He's Jimmy Garoppolo. It's the opposite of Jimmy Garoppolo.
He's not Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo wins games.
Tim Tebow was the maybe 90th best quarterback walking the planet playing on an NFL team at that particular time. That was crazy.
And won a playoff game.
Yeah, just goes to show.
How many playoff games Derek Carr won?
This is the same.
Can he spell playoffs?
This is the same thing with people attributing Michael Jordan and LeBron. How many championships does LeBron have? Oh, LeBron didn't have Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was an absolute murderer in the he was like, give me that ball. Wait, he didn't murder anybody. I know you have to kind of clarify basketball.
That we know of.
Anyway, but yeah, football's a team game, man. So I don't like those arguments. I think we were joking around on a text message, and you were like, Derek Carr to the Titans? I don't know if he's just kind of as a joke.
I said as a joke.
Yes, and I said, I'm not totally instantly against it. It's not something I went, absolutely not. I would have to watch like a real game all the way through and just see how he operates to think about it. But it's not out of the question.
You're adamantly against Sam Darnold to the Titans.
Yeah, I am.
What's the difference? What is the difference between Sam Darnold and Josh McDaniel, Derek Carr?
Derek Carr led his team to a playoff. Sam Darnold's never even sniffed that.
But on terrible teams, right?
The Raiders,
he was on the Jets.
Some people would argue the Raiders are pretty terrible back in those days.
They have Devontae Adams now.
That wasn't on the playoff team.
But that's what I'm saying. Right now, they have Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, who's been, I don't know what's going on with Waller. Yeah. And then Josh Jacobs, who is, that guy's done with the Raiders organization, I think. He's definitely not coming back, unless they offer him all the money in the world. There's no way he's coming back.
I'm not, and that's the thing I think that makes me unique. I'm not afraid to admit I have an internal bias against Sam Darnold. I think when you start your career off so bad so early, it just kind of tracks the rest. It follows you all the way through unless you're an extremely mentally resilient person that can look past these things and take opportunities as they come and drop your ego being a former first-rounder, which it seems like Sam Darnold's on the path to doing that. So good for him. But there's just that click early where a lot of people, I know they can't overcome that. At least Derek Carr has had, points in the NFL where he's like top 5, top 6 in passing yards, and that's at least like a number Titans fans would kill to have right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not totally against it, but that contract,
Well, it's what are the Raiders going to do? They're going to trade him? I don't think anybody's going to trade him with that contract. They're going to just cut him? Well, they're going to take a massive hit.
There's a lot going on right. This is the most interesting quarterback during season market developments I've ever seen, because a lot of people are assuming Zach Wilson's going to be on the market. Yeah. And people are like, who's going to take that? It's going to be another Josh Rosen situation. Zach Wilson was the number 2 draft pick. Someone's going to talk themselves into giving that kid a chance.
Oh, for sure.
Someone's going to talk themselves into Zach Wilson. Someone's 100% going to talk themselves into Derek Carr. What should the Titans do?
I mean, the Titans can. I
wish if we were going to miss the playoffs, I wish the Titans would have just lost a lot more and gotten Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young is going to be.
Well, and now you're getting into a conversation that a lot of people have, and I personally think it's loser talk when you start saying, "Well, tank, it's already over."
Did I say tank?
No. I'm saying it's getting into that conversation. I'm not saying you. People are saying, though, they should just lose against Dallas, lose against Jacksonville, get the best possible draft pick they can get. And
no, we don't have a GM. Why would it matter?
They'll have one by then. That's what Amy Armstrong said. We'll get to the end of the Super Bowl, and we'll have a GM. Even though we're going to fire him now.
I don't know. Where would Derek Carr fit best? A lot of people were pointing at Indianapolis, and they're like, Indianapolis, you got your new quarterback.
Oh, my gosh.
They're just going to rent. I mean, let's go through the list of names.
I can't wait for the
died
gym.
There. Phillip Rivers died. Matt Ryan died. Nick Foles died. Is there anyone else I'm missing?
Carson Wentz.
Died.
I forgot all about that.
Is there any other?
That was 3 years.
Is
That's
there
all.
any other?
All those things were 3 years.
Is there any other thing in pop culture where you just die, like the Arbiter from Halo? You know, that's like you. They make.
Here goes Bruno with references no one understands.
Someone out there got that. One person out there got that one. You know, it's just you go there to die. That's your whole purpose. You're a sacrificial lamb. So the Colts are going to kill Derek Carr now.
Maybe the world would end if they got a good quarterback, you know, and they didn't lose. And
I mean,
they're like, oh, no, it's like Cabin in the Woods.
Well, you want to talk about the world ending. I don't know what would happen if two people or two things that were specifically cursed joined forces. I don't know what would happen. Is it a negative plus negative equals negative times negative equals a positive? The Carr family's cursed by me. The Colts are cursed by me. But if they joined forces, could they break that curse? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think that. I mean, maybe the Colts do it because what are they going to do?
Draft Will Levis.
That's it. I think they're in. I think that's a smart move for the Colts is drafting a quarterback. Go ahead. Stop this, you know, you're bringing in veterans and trying to figure it out thing. Just take the time to rebuild. I don't want to see another Jim Irsay outside of his jet all chips in video. You know, I don't want to see another one of those. I want to if I'm a Colts fan, I'm sitting there saying, "Hey, let's take the time to work a quarterback into your system and make it and work the system around your quarterback." You know, I'd want to see that.
And you got to give him the craziest part is you got to give him years. Jalen Hurts, people are talking a lot different about Jalen Hurts right now than they were
when he was drafted.
Yeah.
When he was drafted, Carson Wentz was the quarterback, and people were like, well, I remember there's a report. I think probably freezing cold takes probably put it up. But there was like a report that, you know, breaking, Jalen Hurts will be moved to halfback in the NFL behind for the Eagles.
Stupid.
That wasn't even close. And now look at him, a potential MVP candidate. Is a candidate right now.
One of the two leading ones, yep.
And that's what you're going to say, that, you know, anybody can change, anybody can be used in any kind of way, but you got to fit it to your team. Lamar Jackson, same way. The Ravens were smart. They had Joe Flacco. The farthest thing from Joe Flacco at quarterback is Lamar Jackson at quarterback. And they were on the same team. I remember the first year, Lamar Jackson was like playing out in wide receiver. Or sometimes Joe Flacco would go out wide out, and Lamar was taking the snap. That happened against the Titans that year. And you could just see Joe Flacco was pissed about it. But they changed completely. For better or worse, they did the right thing, and then they ended up getting an MVP out of it. And they were dominant up until just really this year due to injuries and everything with Lamar Jackson. So you got if you're going to make the change all the way in. You know, that's some people for the Titans. That's what they believe with Malik Willis. That you have this guy, and you're trying to play Ryan Tannehill's scheme with Malik Willis. And Malik Willis isn't Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill is a Malik Willis. We saw it in that Houston game that Malik, at the end of it, me and I think it was Corey Curtis, Channel 2, we were sitting there talking. And why did it take 3.5 quarters for you to run an option with Malik Willis? That's his strength. That's his only strength he has right now. You're playing Ryan Tannehill's offense, but it's not going to be Ryan Tannehill playing it. It's just not. So you got to change it around, and that's kind of the problem right now. It's a square peg into a round hole. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. So if you're going to make a change all the way through, and that goes for the Titans, that goes for the Colts, that goes for whoever it is going forward. I think it's stupid that players have to come in and fit into the coach's scheme. You need to bring players that already fit into your scheme, into your team. Don't change them because they're good this way, not that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I've always thought that. I've always thought the asinine thought of a GM to say, I'm going to draft these people in We're gonna make them fit our scheme with our coach. No, what is your coach good at? He likes this way. Okay, find players that do that. It's really not that hard, and make sure they show up.
Well, GMs, man, at least all personnel departments, it's not they don't think in schemes. They just think in intangibles, talent. X and A. Like how you said Joe Flacco and the Ravens, that they weren't running anything remotely close to what they would run with Lamar Jackson, but they brought in Lamar, and it's the coach's job to adapt to the talent, and they just didn't do that with Malik. So that's the issue. The personnel's job is just to identify talent as high level as talent as possible and bring it in.
Yeah.
That's their jobs. It's not their job to see the scheme of the season. A lot of people that work in scouting now there are a lot of football guys, don't get me wrong, but they are football guys, but they're not X's and O's guys. They're talent people.
Yeah.
So there is that disconnect right now, and that's very prevalent. You can see it now with the Broncos. I mean, they're like, our coach sucked. Our GM's dope, though. You can see it with the Colts. They're dying for this GM. I'm pretty sure it's the same GM that screwed me over, and he's been cursed this entire time. So,
I just think that with Derek Carr going out, I mean, I don't even know. That's also, once again, I don't think the Raiders make the move. I think he stays a Raider.
Who, Derek Carr?
Yeah.
You're tripping.
There's no – they're going to bleed money if they cut him, and I don't think anyone's going to trade for him. So they're just stuck with Derek Carr.
Pretty sure it's in the report. The plan is to just flat out release him.
I can't imagine with that contract how much guaranteed money they're going to have. They're just –
well, no, it's not guaranteed if he gets cut before January. Apparently, like before a day in January, it's not.
I don't know the inner workings of the contract.
Yeah, I'm telling you, no, they're going to cut him. Which a lot of people,
man, that sucks. Sorry, Derek.
I don't know what in the. I saw one tweet specifically referring to the way his contract work is, and they said essentially Derek Carr just played for $5 million salary bonus this season, and that's how it worked if he gets cut before X date. Yeah.
Well, then if that's the case, then sure. Then maybe he does hit the market. I still don't see a team. I mean, they'll grab him.
Jets fans are like, this is it.
Oh my gosh, Mike White has looked better than Derek Carr, with lesser options.
Devontae Adams is also liking Aaron Rodgers' posts or he's liking Packers' posts.
Oh, he misses it 100%. Now he sees the Packers backed up in it.
Hey, you remember what he said? It's crazy going to play from one Hall of Famer to another. That's what Devontae Adams said.
He took less money to go to Raiders too. They had offered him. The report was the Packers offered Devontae Adams more money than what he accepted with the Raiders.
Hey man,
and he just didn't do it. And they ended up trading him.
Grass
obviously, but
ain't always greener.
Is that a song?
No.
Oh, okay. It was a good song.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I think a lot of people can relate to Devontae Adams. Man, I hate this job. I'm going over here. And then you go over there, they're like, please, Rico Bosco, Barstool.
I hate this job too. Oh, no. I think that I just don't want it. I don't want Derek Carr as a Titan. I think that's my end-all, be-all. I don't want it. I want Sam Darnold way before I ever want Derek Carr as a Titan.
Where's
Ryan Tannehill?
I'm not ready to die on the table for Derek Carr, but I'm not ready to rule it out.
Where's Ryan Tannehill going to go?
Home?
No, I mean, he's not going to retire. A team will take Ryan
Nashville
Tannehill.
MMA, stay in shape. I don't know.
He might go to the Jets. He might be a perfect fit for the Jets. Corey Davis, he already got, one target that he knows.
They don't even remember each other, bro.
We got to run to a break. If you want to jump in, 615-844-5600. Back after this here on the afternoon stretch.
Good afternoon. Still pretty heavy at times out here on the South Loop. It's a steady flow of traffic. 24 headed back out towards Murfreesboro through Rutherford County has been in good shape with the exception of radar. Now that traffic's increasing over here in Bordeaux, Briley Parkway at County Hospital Road. 65 still looks good. It's just starting to get heavy northbound as you continue up into Robertson County. That's been interesting with that heavy traffic on 65 both directions up around White House in Robertson County this afternoon. Nash Painting Services all in Middle Tennessee. Check them out at nashpainting.com. TLineNashville.com. I'm Commander Chuck.
Nashville's first curling venue is here at T-Line Nashville. Come check out T-Line Nashville and experience the world's fastest growing winter sport today. Curling is a fun and simple sport that's a perfect outing for friends, corporate events, families, or parties. T-Line also has classic bowling and modern bowling mini games. With over 20 HD TVs, you can come watch your favorite teams and some of the best food and drinks here in Nashville in the large bar and grill area. They also have an outdoor area with a fire pit, and you can't forget the live music. T-Line Nashville is a one-stop shop for a great night out. Located at 106 Duluth Avenue and online at tlinenash.com. You can book your party now or give them a call at 615-439-1024. That's 615-439-1024. And make sure you give them a follow on Instagram and Facebook at T-Line Nash for all the news, events, and updates. T-Line Nashville. Nashville's first curling venue is here.
This holiday season, tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops for the hottest gifts from Callaway and Bushnell. The Callaway Rogue ST Woods are designed with AI for faster ball speeds. And while you're there, grab a dozen Callaway Chrome Soft golf balls. And from Bushnell, save up to $75 on the Tour V5 and Tour V5 shift rangefinders. There's also gift cards for those favorite golfers on your list. Don't miss these holiday gifts and more happening now at Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
Are you suffering from bad gift giving? Look for the signs. Do people avoid eye contact when opening your gifts? When your friends say, you really shouldn't have, do they really mean you really shouldn't have? On more than one occasion, have you been re-gifted the same gift you gifted that person the year before? If so, the new Holiday Instant Games from the Tennessee Lottery might be right for you. Available now at your local retailer. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing fun. Please play responsibly. Side effects include invitations to more parties and less awkward looks at gift exchanges.
New Year's Eve in Nashville has a new twist this year.
Touchdown, right up the middle, 45 yards.
The 25th annual Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl is Saturday, December 31st at 11 a.m.
Still on his feet, touchdown!
Get your ticket to the biggest party in Nashville as the Iowa Hawkeyes and Kentucky Wildcats square off at Nissan Stadium. For more information on this year's game, including ticket availability, visit MusicCityBowl.com. Presented by the Tennessee Lottery.
A show called The Afternoon Stretch is a stretch. Calling it a show. The Afternoon Stretch.
The Afternoon Stretch. Bruno Reagan, Devlin McKenzie, Zach Williams here inside the Strike and Spare Family Fun Center studio. I just tweeted out something. Feel free to answer inside the video chat if you want, if you're watching on the video. Would you rather the Tennessee Titans, your Tennessee Titans, yours, Devlin, you live in Nashville, not the Cleveland Browns.
Not me.
Would you rather your Tennessee Titans next season at quarterback, now starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, who's the other one? Zach Wilson, Ryan Tannehill, Malik Willis.
My personal one is Derek Carr at the top, and I know Zach Wilson for me would be at the bottom. Zach Wilson, he seems to just mentally not be able to hack it. What do I mean by that? I think he's seemingly immature, and I think a lot of his impulsive mentions after games and stuff early in the game showed that, and this isn't a job where you can learn really on the job. You either have it or you don't. For what Derek Carr is, he at least knows accountability for the most part and avoids all the needless BS that Zach Wilson has found himself with the Jets. Him and his mom, and they're all demon players or whatever.
Can I argue? I want to argue. I'm not going to ask you if I can. I'm gonna. Taylor Heineke, he figured it out on a second time. Can Zach Wilson not figure it out? I mean, obviously now Taylor Heineke's being benched for Carson Wentz.
The problem is I think Zach Wilson needs to go through an entirely different process and pipeline. I think the dude needs to be humbled. You got the second-round draft pick off of a pro day. Everything in the NFL is supposedly earned, and he hasn't earned squat. He just keeps getting chances just based off of quote-unquote talent. That's just not – building that up isn't going to work. I don't know. And if the Titans were to take him, and if it was to go that path, it would essentially be a growing place. He'd be a stepping stone, and the city and the organization would be a stepping stone for him. And if he didn't figure it out, it would just go to the ashes or the ether. So, there is a chance to get it. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if any former first-round pick is ever going to go to. Well, actually, they will because Paxton Lynch is in the USFL. But you have to go. You just need a different path because obviously he's a second-round draft pick and he's expected to just be able to plug in and start, and he's obviously not ready for that. But there's some intangible stuff there where people thought he was ready for that. So
yeah,
he just has to really take on a learning mindset for his youth and hopefully convert that into like a long-term plan. It's just not what I think fits with the Titans right now.
What about you, Devlin?
Like the Rams. Like, go to the Rams and suck there for a bit, but figure out what you can and can't do.
You might not suck there. You might be Baker and have your best games.
I still think those Baker games are fraud.
He's doing every week. He's been a fraud so far. He's been in a Ram uniform. Devin, what about you?
I mean, if they're all being paid $0, I'm going to go with Derek Carr. I think he's just the best of the bad players that you offered there.
Yeah.
The whole Zach Wilson thing, obviously it took Jalen Hurts a couple years to really get into his form, his MVP form. I don't think Zach Williams has –
Zach Wilson,
excuse me.
Zach Williams.
Zach Williams can do it, though.
Probably.
That's
honestly
the guy you want behind it.
Yeah. I don't know if he has that high of a ceiling, but I think, the guy could have potential. I don't know what you guys thought about that.
I think – so I agree. I'm more on your boat with Zach Wilson than I am with what Bruno's saying. I think it's too early just to say anybody's a bust. Like, I say Malik Willis sucks right now. Malik Willis can get better. Zach Wilson can get better. It's still very early in their career. I'm just saying in the right now, as we see him play against Houston or as we see him in a Jets uniform right now, those players suck right now.
I think it helps that Jalen Hurts has one of the best rosters around him. Obviously it shows Gardner Minshew just popped off last week, aside from maybe, what was it, 2 interceptions? Yeah, he had a great day.
Yeah.
But
which he's also much more tenured than those guys.
I don't know if Zach Wilson or anybody can do that in the Titans
Zach
offense.
Wilson can't pass the ball 25 yards down the field. I watch the games.
And he has options.
Because it's fun to me. It's fun to me to watch him throw the ball in the dirt 25 yards down the field. He can't do it.
No. Garrett Wilson is a really good wide receiver. They have targets up there.
Elijah Moore is someone who's just dropped off the face of the planet, too.
Well, he was like, I hate everybody. And then they were like, oh, everybody's injured. And he's like, we love you today. And then there was like, I hate everybody again. So I don't know what he's going through right now. He might be a Titan next year just because they might get rid of him. But I wouldn't want Zach Wilson to come to Tennessee. That one's for sure. I don't want Malik Willis to be the starting quarterback going forward unless you see very drastic changes out of both of those guys. I wouldn't want to see him. I wouldn't want to see Derek Carr here. I'm obviously staying and staying where the home I've built. I'm staying in under the roof, which is Sam Darnold to the Titans. I still think he is the best talent that would be out there for what you're going to get next year out of quarterback, and still has a future to grow. Like he still has time to get better in a way and fit a scheme better. I think he fits better for what the Titans try to do. And the other option that I'm okay with, that I don't think will be an option for people, is Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield has shown that it's been 3 games, but he's not sucking. And it's not even like he has good options out there right now. Van Jefferson, local guy, love him, but not a top wide receiver in the NFL. Ben Skoranek, who nobody even knew how to say the guy's name. I don't even think he knew how to say his own name before he got into the NFL. Not good. Tutu Atwell, not good. Tyler Higbee is his best option. He didn't throw to him until last week, it seems like. So I think Baker's shown that he's actually good. I think he is. And once again, he won a Heisman. He had the greatest prize that you could get coming out of college, and drafted first round. And I think he's not that bad. I still pick Sam Darnold over Baker Mayfield, though.
I think Baker is signing a death wish. I really do.
He's going to sign a big contract is what he's going to sign.
With who?
I don't know. Somebody's going to sign him.
You can't just say that. There's got to be a team that has a need. And
every team. There's half the teams in the NFL need a quarterback. That's every year. That'll never change forever. Half the teams need a quarterback because it is a drop off after 12. It's a drop off in talent, in
and Baker
productivity.
Mayfield's in that drop off. By the way,
he has been. He's creeping his way back up, though. He's creeping his way back up. I think he's still in that bottom half. Don't miss what I'm saying. I just think before the end of the season, we're going to say Baker Mayfield a whole lot better going into the offseason.
I said it again, but being in a win-win situation, if Baker, or it's not even win-win, but if he went to the Rams and sucked, everybody would be like, yeah, he had no time. But to go in essentially what is the garbage time of a garbage season that's already dead, no playoff implication, and to just pad your stats, I mean, it's great for his career. He's going to trick someone into paying them money. So if the Titans want to get tricked, go ahead.
How different, too, the situation. I mean, we're talking about a Titans team still playoff eligible. It all comes down to the last game of the season. They're going to set a team. They're going to set against the Cowboys. They're going to give up basically against the Cowboys. Baker Mayfield, Rams, they have nothing they're playing for. Baker's playing for a contract. That's what Baker's playing for, a contract right now.
Playing for his livelihood.
Yeah, and I think he's doing a great job for it. He's going to get a contract. But just different world. You're going to get Gardner Minshew, same thing. Eagles are already in.
I'd take Baker Mayfield right now for this week. I tell you that.
Yes. Gardner Minshew.
Dude plays with a mission. Malik Willis isn't playing for a mission. Malik Willis is just playing to survive.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
I think it's something to add. Maybe I'm wrong here, but Baker's only played well and beat teams that gave up. And
the Raiders had not gave up at that point.
They're awful. And the Broncos are awful. They played the Packers, who really aren't even that good, but they have hopes to make the playoffs, and he played terrible.
The Broncos' offense has been bad all season. Their defense has been great all season. Now, you could say, did they give up on Christmas Day or whatever? Maybe.
I think just the fact that they were eliminated means I think it just means something to me.
They had a whole lot going on.
I also hate Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean, you have a deep disdain for the guy. And he was your favorite quarterback for a while.
No.
I mean, he was by proxy because you're a religious Browns fan.
No.
You're not?
I mean, I'm a Browns fan, but I cannot stand Baker.
You're wearing a Browns shirt. You got a big bell with Browns on it, courtesy of the McFarland Show.
It doesn't say Baker Mayfield.
It says Browns, baby. It actually doesn't say anything. It's just a stupid helmet.
That's the logo.
That's the logo. A helmet on. I wish y'all would do that. Put the logo, put the helmet orange, and then put the logo of a helmet on the helmet.
And then inside of that helmet, have another helmet.
Yes, and it's just helmets all the way down. Why not? Why not just go all in on it? Or put Brownie on there.
I don't know. The Browns aren't funny.
No.
They're just not. They don't
Too
have
serious.
it like us.
Dog pound and everything. Yeah. We got to run to a break. Back after this here on the afternoon stretch.
Good afternoon. They just moved this crash 24 eastbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway. Now we got a lot of rubbernecking going on with all this traffic headed back towards Murfreesboro, Rutherford County on 24 east over here at Hickory Hollow Parkway in Antioch. Traffic's increasing even more out through Mount Juliet. Lots of radar I-40 out through Kingston Springs this afternoon. Hey, Nash Painting services all of Middle Tennessee. They'll take good care of you. I know them personally. Give them a call at 615-829-6858. That's Nash Painting. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
We continue our look at the top 16 playoff drivers of the 2022 NASCAR racing season. And coming in at number 9 is Chase Briscoe, who racked up a win, 6 top 5s, 10 top 10s, a pole, with 280 laps led.
Yeah, I think for us, we started the season really, really strong. Obviously, it was kind of non-existent over the course of the summer, but we knew when the playoffs started that, what small glimpses of, performance we showed was really the only races I felt like, even as a team, we felt like we executed. So we knew if we could execute throughout the playoffs, we were fully capable from a speed standpoint. It was just a matter of putting the consistency together for 10 straight weeks, and that's where in the regular season we would run one race and we'd run 10 bad ones and one good one, 10 bad ones, and we just weren't consistent. So in the playoffs, I thought we finally put it all together, and we weren't surprised, I don't think, amongst ourselves that we got as far as we did because we knew what we were capable of, but it definitely surprised a lot of people that from the outside looking in just didn't understand our team and kind of what we were dealing with over the course of the summer. So yeah, I was proud of our team to go as far as we did. We obviously won a lot more, but
Chase nabbed his first career Cup Series win just 4 races into the season at Phoenix Raceway, leading 101 of the 312 laps. And that's our look at the number 9 driver of the 2022 NASCAR season, Chase Briscoe. Up next is number 8 on the final lap.
Guys, listen to this. The ultimate holiday surprise for her. Naturally new pajamas, exclusively from Pajamagram. More alluring than lingerie, feels like wearing next to nothing at all. Are an exciting gift, one you both can enjoy. Right now, when you go to Pajamagram.com to purchase naturally nude pajamas, you'll get a naturally nude nightie for free. Save $75 and ensure delivery before Christmas. Go to Pajamagram.com now.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
From the big game to the big dance, Bar Lines at the Omni Nashville Hotel downtown is your game day and watch party headquarters. Don't worry about entertaining guests and trying to feed everyone. Sit back, relax, cheer on your team, and let the Bar Lines staff take care of you. Grab a Bar Lines signature cocktail and enjoy some wicked deviled eggs, or a Bar Lines double stack, and finish it off with some Jack and Coke chocolate cake. Bust your belly and your bracket at Bar Lines, located in the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown. The show that makes the average person say, hey, I can do that. The Afternoon Stretch.
Afternoon Stretch. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl has started. Kansas already on top of Arkansas 7-3 in the first with 6:57 remaining. You were in the Liberty Bowl, right? Was that or Independence Bowl?
No, Liberty Bowl was 2 years before me.
Oh, okay. What did you get for being in? It was Independence Bowl, right?
Yeah.
What did you get anything for it?
Yeah, you get a bunch of different things. If you get to a bowl game, you get basically a point system. Like you get 10 points, and then they give you the bowl. Like the NCAA bowl committee comes to your school, and you get to spend that 10 points. And like 10 points is like a really nice recliner. 8 points is like a nice watch. 5 points is like a game console. So things like that. So you get that just for going to the bowl. And then each individual bowl gives out different things. Like the PlayStation Bowl, they like
you get
my
a
buddy
PS5,
who was at UCF, he got a PS5.
Which that 2 years ago, I remember when I can't remember what teams were there. Dude, I remember immediately you saw all these guys selling their play. They were like putting it up. They were selling for like $2,000, which is just. It's America. That's America at its finest right there.
So I never got anything super, super cool from any of my bowls, but it was always nice. It was always a little extra change on the side.
What about Luka Doncic last night? 60, 21, and 10, triple-double.
It's the Dallas Doncic.
Will Chamberlain didn't do stuff like this.
No.
That was the first time in NBA history
Yeah.
anybody ever put up a 60, 20, 10.
I saw a lot of people that grew up. I saw a buddy of ours, Scott Wallace, actually. He's been on the station many times. He said, he was like, look, I grew up, I never missed a Jordan game, and I never saw that.
Hey, you know what Lucas said at the end of it all? I'm tired as hell.
Yeah, he was. Cupping, too. Did you see all the cupping marks? That's a big thing. Hey. First hour's done. Got a second hour coming up.
ABC News. I'm Derek Dennis. Nationwide, airlines are trying to get back on track after the wave of cancellations from the holiday storms. That also caused an operations meltdown for Southwest. The airline canceled 5,000 flights in 2 days. The CEO is apologizing, but Kyle Potter, editor of The Thrifty Travel, says Southwest needs an overhaul.
That point-to-point flying network is certainly a part of it. A huge part of it is the issues that the Southwest has had with its antiquated crew scheduling platform that has made it basically impossible for Southwest to dig out of this.
In Buffalo, emergency crews are working to reopen roads days after what the mayor called the worst blizzard in 50 years. In Erie County, there are 34 confirmed deaths. The National Guard going door to door to check on residents. The U.S. is implementing new testing requirements for travelers coming from China due to the resurgence of COVID cases in the country. Investors on Wall Street in a selling mood today. The Dow shed 366 points. This is ABC News.
You'd never knowingly feed your pup mystery meat or spoiled grocery store food, so why are those some of the most common protein sources in kibble today? Yep, the dog food ingredient meat meal can be made of spoiled supermarket meat and packing plant scraps.
I'm veterinarian Dr. Marty Goldstein. Your dog needs a biologically appropriate diet similar to what they would eat in the wild. That's why I developed Nature's Blend, a freeze-dried raw food made with premium cuts of meat, omega-3 rich seeds, and superfood veggies and fruit.
Bailey is 12 years old. He has been on your food for 9 bags now.
Nature's Blend is pantry safe and has 0 artificial preservatives, additives, filler, or meat meal.
He's got more energy, able to run around and play when our grandson comes.
For a limited time, save 54% off Nature's Blend and receive a free pack of premium dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/dogs or text DOGS to 511-511.
I can't thank you enough. He's 12 and I'm enjoying every day with him.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 1 additional text. Text stop to opt out.
Tired of the same old company holiday party and looking to reward your team with a fun night out? What about something different for a birthday party or group gathering? Hello, this is Philip Cox of Strike and Spare Family Fun Centers, and we specialize in group events no matter the size at our Tusculum, Donaldson, Hermitage, Murfreesboro, and Hendersonville locations. Plus, Hendersonville and Murfreesboro offer enhanced entertainment options with bumper cars, laser tag, roller skating, and more. 'Tis the season to have fun with family, friends, and business associates, and there's no better place to do it than at Strike and Spare Family Fun Center. Visit strikeandspare.com to learn about the group outing option. Strike and Spare, where fun is bowling.
With 13 locations nationally, including Smyrna, Star Leasing Company is a semi-trailer one-stop shop and the perfect place to build a career as a semi-trailer mechanic. Seeking candidates with all levels of experience, Star Leasing Company has a semi-trailer technician trainee program with sign-on and quarterly bonuses and other opportunities such as $1,000 for having a yearly physical. The package also includes 401k with company match, health, dental, and vision insurance, competitive pay with weekly paychecks, and paid holidays and time off. Star Leasing Company, not your typical semi-trailer leasing company. Visit starleasing.com to learn more.
Grizz Nation. Grind into the new year. Watch Ja Jaren and your Grizzlies take on the Pelicans Saturday at 7 p.m. Get there early in the first 5,000. Get Dylan Brooks sunglasses. Then stay tuned for back-to-back home games and catch your Grizz Sunday at 7 as they take on the Kings to kick off 2023. Get ready to celebrate a new year and get your tickets today by calling 901-888-HOOP or shopgrizzlies.com today. On your home for Memphis Grizzlies basketball. WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Okay, it's happening. It's the afternoon stretch with Zach Williams and Bruno Reagan.
Everybody stay calm. Stay calm.
Let's take some calls from the public, shall we?
Join the afternoon stretch now at 615-844-5600. Now here's Bruno and Zach.
Second hour of the afternoon stretch here on Nashville Sports Radio. Bruno Reagan, Devlin McKenzie, Zach Williams here inside the Strike and Spare Family Fun Center studio here till 6 o'clock. Already had a good first hour.
Great, somebody would say.
No guests today. Today, no guests. It's kind of like, because typically we have Ari on. We haven't had Ari on since the holidays. I wanted to let her, she's doing her holiday stuff. We'll get Aria back on when 2023 starts, So that's Wednesdays have typically been our Vandy days, but this is the weird time, This is the weird. I talked to a buddy today, and he called me and he was like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm just working in the office here at the house." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You want to go do something?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, I don't know what to do. I'm not working right now. It's like, I don't know what to do right now. He's like, I drove to Nashville for no reason. He's like, I went down Broadway for no reason, and then I drove back home. He's like, do you want to do something? And I was like, no. So I don't know what he ended up doing, but I hope he found something to do. I love him, but that's how people are right now. They're like, I'm supposed to. My body tells me I need to do something right now.
Anytime I get that feeling, I just go play video games. So.
For some reason, he must not want to do it. But, yeah, that was a weird phone call I got today. It just, hey, man, you want to do something? Hey, man, no. It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't want to. I can't just pick up and do nothing.
Direction of Reagan martial arts. I'll give him something to do.
I got to get up there. Now, get one near me.
No.
there's places near me. You could easily make them use your stuff.
We'll see. I think there's going to be, for me personally, I think there's just going to be a lot of changes as and this is like, I sat down and talked with my old man about just what I'm doing now and where I expect to be in 5 years. I think planning past 5 is pretty silly. So I was just like, this is what I generally think my next 5 years are going to look like. And I have a general idea of how the martial arts is going to look like, but I would just say, don't worry about it too much. Don't worry about it too much.
I am only going to go to a gym that you approve of.
Yeah.
Because I trust you.
Well, everyone in Hendersonville seems like top tier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Maybe we can. Maybe 2023 is the year that Zach actually gets into jiu-jitsu.
In the summer, because I can't imagine you would do it without me there. So.
No, for sure. Yeah. No,
so,
you come back. Hopefully, you're not injured.
I have about 8. Yeah, no, that would be nice too. Hey, you know who hates tearing the MCL more than anybody? The person who tears it. So, just got to say that right now. But I really only have like 8 weeks left on air, 8-ish. So
Until you're off into the showboats, Memphis.
And I always say there's a decent chance, as with all pro football, that I could be there for a week and then I end up back here. So you never know.
And plus, you're going to still be on the show. We'll still have you, every once in a while, be able to get you on. I think you're not dead.
But you just don't.
People are going to hit me up though, and they're going to be like, "Hey, I want to take over Bruno's job."
Yeah,
like they did last year.
Yeah.
That was Devlin. That was the first thing
Fair
that happened. Bruno was like, "I'm going to the USFL." He made this big old tweet, blah 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 blah, and then I get like 10 texts immediately. Hey, so Bruno, you're going to need a co-host. And then Bruno's next tweet after announcing he was going to the USFL was, "Hey, stop trying to take my job."
I'll do it.
Yeah, Devlin. Ooh, big. This might be a big moment for Devlin.
Yeah, Devlin.
The afternoon stretch with Zach Williams and Devlin. Devlin Dean, by the way, his middle name. Dean, just found that out.
I've been telling Devlin for a little bit, he needs to get a pseudonym. He needs, just like something. And he could still have Dev or Devlin in it, but he needs to have Devlin or Devlin the
easiest here now, the on-air name, Devlin Dean. So he's double D.
Or the Dean. I don't know.
The Dean?
Something, And that's for him to decide. I'm not going to decide it.
No, you can't decide. It's like you can't decide nicknames. You can't just be given a nickname.
But you can't.
Somebody's got to give it to you.
But that's nicknames. You can't decide someone else's pseudonym. You can't decide someone else's persona.
Patton Cook in the mornings, I was the first one on air to start calling him the General.
Yeah.
And whether anybody takes that credit, it was me. It was definitely me.
Oh, you don't want a nickname from me. That's for sure.
What's your nickname?
Well, I wouldn't give a good one because I've never had a good one.
Oh yeah. What are we gonna call you? I can't think of one. You're just Bruno. Bruno's kind of a nickname already because there's just nobody else. You're either a dog or you're you.
Yeah.
If you're named Bruno, but Devlin Double D is, I think, Double D's is good.
I'm just Devlin, man.
You're just gonna stick with Devlin,
yeah.
Dean,
just Dev.
Does anybody call you Dean?
No.
Oh.
I don't think most people don't even know my middle name. Now it's on air.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people know now. Go ahead real quick and just give us your social.
Devlin1416.
Oh, sorry, I meant social security number.
Oh.
I thought for a second he started talking, Bruno. I was like, whoa, wait. Don't do that, Devlin.
I don't even know it. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Hey, I would believe it from that one time I gave you something to microwave to reheat, and he looked at me square in the eye and said, "Is this okay to microwave? I don't have a parent at the house to tell me."
I want to spend the rest of this segment asking you about old buddy of mine, the good old Taylor Heineke. He gets benched. The Commanders go on a 3-win streak. Then they tie the Giants, I believe. Yeah, so let's take a look. They win against the Eagles. I mean, massive. They win against the Texans. Okay. They win against the Falcons. Then they tie the Giants. And since then, the Giants beat them in their rematch the following week. And then the Niners beat them. He gets benched. Carson Wentz is coming back. Is this the right move? Because they're still very much in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, I think it's actually the right move. If Heineke was going out and throwing 300 and multiple touchdowns and they were just losing on the backs of their defense, sure. But you lose to the Giants last week by, I think they lost by like 17 last week.
20-12.
Was it 20-12? I thought it was 20-35 or something like that.
20-12. Giants won 20. Commanders.
Oh, okay. Well, even more so then. They can't put together offense. And I think the team fought really hard for Heineke, but they need somebody to do something more with the offensive side. You know, they have a lot of weapons over there in Washington, and I think the idea of playing for a player is done. I'm not going to say Carson Wentz is going to come in and just torch everybody, but if Carson Wentz is fully healthy, when he's fully healthy, which we haven't seen much of him be fully healthy and play in the NFL in these last few years, if he's fully healthy, I think you got to give him a shot, because it is Heineke just isn't doing anything stat-wise that is amazing. Now, if we see the team just basically hate the fact that Carson Wentz is out there and they're playing the same or worse, then you got to put Heineke back in. But yeah, there's still an opportunity for them to get into the playoffs, and you got to do anything you can. And right now, it feels like they're on a downward slide of some sort.
Yeah. So it sucks for Taylor, but I can see from the business side also, you're still paying Carson Wentz, what, $30-something million too? And you're really going to go to the playoff. And
you're losing. Yeah. That's the thing. You know, you can pay him $30 million and go on a 6-game winning streak like they did with Taylor Heineke. And winning, it's like, okay, whatever. Because the winning pays for the $30 million 20 times over. Well, it's all paid for because of the TV contracts, but that's neither here nor there. But the way the team and the ownership and everybody's going to look at it and say, okay, well, everything's good because we're winning. Who cares? But when you're losing games, or really with their case, not winning because they've had a tie in there and then they lost, obviously, with the Giants. If you're not winning and you're paying someone $30 million to not play, then you have to play that player.
Yeah. But shout out to the boy Taylor Heineke. He got did a lot of things that who would have thought the best player to come out of spring football was the backup of one of the teams.
He really is. He really has.
Great story. I think, obviously they're going to he's going to continue to look to still play in the league. It sounds like him and the Washington dream might be over, So,
which I still think he gets another contract.
Yeah, we'll see.
The stats are not good, but he was winning games. And I think at the end all be all, there's at least one team with one GM who's smart enough to say something about that guy made that team play better than they should have.
But then there's also the potential argument. I don't want to seem like I'm advocating against Taylor, obviously, but I'm playing devil's advocate. It's just Taylor is not that physically gifted, which is what ended. It's what had him end up in places like the XFL, a lot like myself. We're deficient in certain areas. He has height, arm strength issues. So how long can you really evaluate off of people love him, and how longer does that love last? It was an underdog story, but now the expectations rise, And
it's the same thing like Jimmy G. Jimmy G wins games. Jimmy Garoppolo wins football games,
and they can't stop trying to replace that guy.
They constantly. They're doing everything they can. Mr. Irrelevant is in there right now. Now, given he's in there because Jimmy got injured, but still, the people are saying 49ers' future is Brock Purdy no matter what. So I think that it's just there's always going to be something that's there. But if I'm a GM, if the day ever comes that I become a GM in the NFL, probably never going to happen. I'm pretty sure of that.
You never know, though.
You never know. Life has crazy twists and turns. Maybe I'm too rational, too. Being so rational can make me a good GM. But if I see a player that wins and wins for our team, it's the Moneyball thing. It's they get on base. That's all I care about. Get on base. Just win the game. If you're winning the game, I don't care how you're doing it. If Malik Willis is going out for the Titans, you didn't hear me say a peep about Malik Willis when he won against the Texans earlier this season. That was a terrible performance for a quarterback. 5 for 10 or something like that, 6 for 10, and 60 yards and an interception. That was what his line was. Didn't even attempt a throw in the third quarter, but they won. I don't care. He could have had 14 interceptions for negative 18 yards. And if the Titans win, hey, he's doing a good job.
I'll tell you what, it'd be much-watched TV for me. Watch Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders play against the Philadelphia Eagles in the playoff. That would be much watch. Although probably the Eagles are going to end up getting that bye, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so they would have to – Commanders would have to –
I think they've already secured it, right? Yeah, they've already secured that bye.
Yeah, so they would have to – I would just love that little storyline. That'd be a fun one. I'm sure Carson's looking at it too.
No, for sure. For sure. But I think – do I think Carson Wentz is a top-tier quarterback that's going to come in and make – worlds of difference for that team? Not really. But I do think he got injured in those games, and then it got really injured against the Bears when he eventually went on to IR and Taylor Heineke came in. I don't know what's going to happen with that team. I don't know. They have a lot of talent in that division.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy compared to the rest of the NFC.
You never know with injuries, man. He might have Washington, Carson Wentz might will him to the playoff, and then Taylor Heineke has to get called
right back
again. Yep.
Maybe that's his superpower. Maybe that's Taylor Heineke's superpower is to, like, he's not good when he's like the every weekend starter. He's only good when he's coming off the bench.
Electric. Yeah, just
something about it. Yeah, he's just like.
Yeah, and that's the true thing. Some guys, the occasion's big, the lights are bright, and they start asking questions. And then there are some that turn their brains off and go total monkey mode, and they're just thinking the entire time, I love this. I can't get enough of this.
Play sport.
Time to just put on a show. There's some people that got it, man.
Yeah.
Some people don't.
I've always thought I'm one of those people.
No shot.
Hate practicing, but in the moment,
no,
I want people.
Shot. Devlin, don't let me have to attack this one. We got to team up on this
Every
guy.
time I play golf, I'm like,
okay.
people get so nervous. And they're like, it'll happen.
I'll give you golf, maybe.
You go to skip. Well, yeah, I've never played in the NFL, but how would I know? But every time, like you're playing somebody, they're gonna let you play through, and people are like, "Oh no, don't watch me shoot." I'm like, "No, watch me." I love it. I love the attention. I hit it better every single time. Other people will foil.
That's me at local jiu-jitsu competitions. They're like, "Hey, this monster behemoth man is about to fight. Let's go watch him."
This awkwardly big guy, not in a good way, is about to fight.
No shot. They think I look like a gorilla.
Devlin, are you like that kind of person? Do you like the attention or are you not?
Nah. Lights are too bright, man.
Lights too bright.
Aside from like academics, like back in high school, I never studied a single time. But when that test came around,
oh, you just showed up,
murdered. Yep.
Cheated.
Did it.
Cheated a couple times.
Just a little bit.
How'd you cheat?
Pin on the leg.
Pin on the leg? Is that how you cheated?
Right under the desk. Yep.
The smartest cheating I ever saw in high school, and this is not condoning cheating for anybody that's listening out there that might still be in high school. The water bottle. You take the wrapper off just slightly and write the answer, then you go to take a drink and you can read it across the label on the inside. I saw someone do that in college. I was like, whoa. I was like, dude, they should just give you the degree right now. That was so smart.
I just shouldn't just talk at this point.
No.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
No. You could indict a lot a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let it go. That's all it is.
Well, I don't know.
I hope Carson Wentz does great.
Can Vanderbilt take back degrees?
Probably.
That's probably possible.
It's private school. They can do whatever it wants. They can renounce it for sure.
Well, I still have it.
Yeah. They won't physically be able to take the degree out of your hand. Yeah. They can just say like he didn't exist here.
All I'm saying is I never direct. I really, you know me, Zach.
No, you're too honorable to cheat.
But
I found the will.
No, I would do weird things where I would mark my hand with a certain thing, and I'd be like, this is going to bring me back to my memory of studying. Like, I would just scratch my hand and leave, like, a little scratch, and I'd be like, this is going to make me remember.
That's like the ribbon on the finger thing.
I was like, this is going to make me remember this specific moment in time where I was studying this specific
that's
paragraph.
not cheating. That's not cheating.
Yeah, but in the Vanderbilt honor code, it might be. So you got to be careful.
No, I doubt it is.
Just a method of studying.
Well, it's a method of remembering. If you didn't have anything that gave you the answer.
Yeah, I would just look back at that scratch and remember that specific like passage of
that idea is like, okay, I remembered this formula in math, and here's the same formula, and I just got to solve it. Like that's like, oh, I remembered it, so that's all it is.
Another good one, calculators. You take the actual calculator out and you use the case, and you just put the phone in front of the case, so it seems like you're on the calculator, but really you're on your phone.
That's just that's crazy.
Blatantly cheating. Yeah.
What are you constantly holding a calculator?
The best part was when it was like an open.
This is a history test. Why do you have that out?
The best part was like open book tests, and people would still have to cheat on them. You know, they're just like, I gotta go to Google. That's the only way.
Oh man, I'll never forget. I couldn't use a calculator in like whatever elementary or middle school, and they were like, you're never gonna have a calculator accessible to you just all the time. Yeah, here we are. I have a supercomputer in my pocket constantly. It is what it is. We got to run to a break. When we come back, we're going to get into our NFL Week 17 picks. You don't want to miss it here on the afternoon stretch.
Good afternoon. Looking at what appears to be some type of vehicle fire of some sort here on Briley Parkway southbound at Two Rivers Parkway. It's got traffic crazy slow over here southbound Briley, again at Two Rivers Parkway. Traffic was already busy over around the mall. Traffic's increasing even more here on the south loop. Steady flow of traffic 65 down through Brentwood. THP's down here all over the place, running on lots of radar. Nash Painting is Middle Tennessee's #1 residential and commercial painters. They're online at nashpainting.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Located at 5410 Murfreesboro Road in the heart of Laverne, City Slickers is one-stop shopping for all your liquor, beer, and wine needs and has been a multiple winner annually in the Best of Rutherford County voting for Best Liquor Store and Top Wine Shop. Featuring the lowest prices, the best customer service with unsurpassed knowledge, City Slickers offers the largest craft beer selection in Rutherford and southeastern Davidson counties and has beer on tap at its Growler filling station. City Slickers also sells mixers, sodas, snacks, tobacco products, and the Tennessee Lottery, and can place special orders and assist with all your events and even wedding planning. Make sure you follow City Slickers on all their social media or just give them a call at 615-280-7469. That's 615-280-7469. Located in the heart of Laverne, City Slickers.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
If you need a staycation or planning a trip to Music City, stay at Bento Living Chestnut Hill. Voted the best boutique hotel in the city by the Nashville Scene. Bento Living is located on the edge of bustling downtown and boasts on-site dining, shopping, live entertainment on the rooftop, and free fitness classes. Come experience Nashville like a local. Visit bentochestnuthill.com to book your Music City vacation today.
It's a Bill King Show.
Smoked a turkey. Smoked it about 9 hours. You know the little red button? I've never liked that, first of all, and I don't trust it. The internal temperature is what you should trust, not the stupid red button. That red button never popped out either, and I was starting to get worried because my wife likes the red button. I don't.
Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on Sports Radio 560 on 95.9 FM.
You know what that music means. Football is here. NFL Week 17.
Daddy's back. Bruno Reagan on top.
Typically do these on Thursdays.
I like it. Just...
Yeah, okay. Because it's wrong is what it is. We're not going to have enough show tomorrow to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to have like 30-minute show tomorrow because of Handy Women's Basketball. So we have to get it done today. Dallas, of course, taking on the Tennessee Titans here in Nashville to kick it all off. But before that, let's get our results of last week. I went 12-4. Just a big week for the kid. Devlin, who's currently in second place, went 9-7. He has lost his crown for now. And Bruno went 6 of 10 last week, which brings us to a grand total of me at 139 and 101. Shout out Zoe 101. Ooh.
That just brought
Devlin.
That also just brought me up the TikTok of one of the guys who used to be on the show, and they were like, "Hey, you got with Zoe, didn't you?" And he was like, and then they went, "Ah!" That was a good TikTok.
Devlin's 137 and 103, and then Bruno 129 and 111.
I'm still positive.
There's
Not
still
as
2
positive
weeks
as you
left,
guys.
and then playoffs, and then Super Bowl. So there's a lot going on here. Dallas at Tennessee. Of course, all these codes, FanDuel here. 12.5 now. So we're going off with the show. It was 10.5 beforehand. Now it has gone 12.5. Where are you going with this one?
Dallas covers, and Dak gets me. And Dak Prescott has won me my championship last year and is going to send me to the finals again this year. And he's going to do it with like 350 yards, absolutely embarrassing the Titans. Give me the Cowboys.
Why would you think he's going to get 350 yards? Do you think the Titans are going to be able to keep up?
What do you mean?
I would only think the only way Dak has like that many yards is the Titans keep it close.
What are you talking about? The Titans are going to go 3 and out.
That's what I'm saying.
The Cowboys are going to run 110 offensive plays. They're going to be exhausted.
I think he gets pulled. I think it's pulled in like the third quarter.
Oh, no. No. You don't pull starters in the NFL.
No.
No, you don't pull starters.
What's that? Us? Or is it Us? I can't remember the movie. No, not Us. It's one of the Jordan Peele movies. Get Out. It's like no. That was Bruno. Just like no.
Whatever. Dak's going to lead me to the finals again, and I'm going to play against Kayla in the finals again.
Oh, thank you, Devlin.
I hate this.
I was waiting for this pick all day.
I hate this.
Just do it, Devlin. You know.
12.5. A lot of points.
I want to fade both these teams.
Yeah,
but I can't.
Yeah, you got to pick one, and the show ends at 6.
Give me the Titans.
Whoa, Devlin. I like it, Devlin. You know what? I like it so much, I'm going to join you. 12.5 is a lot. Cowboys are losers. They'll win, but they won't win by that much. Not in my head. Carolina taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is for the NFC South, by the way, because Carolina, if they win this, they catapult to first, and they just have to win the last game of the year, and they get it. Tampa Bay also, if they win this, they get the first spot. So this is a really important game. 3.5 are the spread here. Carolina is the underdog on the road. 40.5 over under.
Give me Carolina. They're doing it. I'll take your word on Sam Darnold for now. I think Sam Darnold's doing a Baker Mayfield and playing for a contract, and the rest of that division is sleepwalking it. And it's really just when Carolina, what they did to the Lions, sold me. So give me Carolina.
They're good, man, and their running game is stout.
Yeah.
Their running game is stout. Devlin.
I'm taking the Bucs. It's Tom Brady, and it's crunch time. This might as well be a playoff game.
Yeah, no, it really might.
No, it really is. I mean, the Titans are going to be playing in a playoff game next week.
Yeah. Tampa Bay's dead to me. I'm taking Carolina. So Sam Darnold all the way.
Tampa has no one has burned Zach Williams more than Tampa Bay.
Yeah, the reason why I lost first place for the 1 week was because of Tampa Bay. Cleveland taking on the Washington Commanders. 1.5 favorites are the Commanders. 40.5 point over under in this one.
Gosh, dude, I can't believe I'm betting on Carson Wentz.
And you never bet on Taylor. You bet against him out of like love.
I know. And look at what this guy's making me do. Look at what not you, but what your team's making me do. Give me Carson. Give me the Commanders. I think they do it. But I am worried Carson's going to throw 3 interceptions.
Devlin?
I think I'm the only person south of the Ohio River who actually cares about this game. I'm going to take the Browns. I don't want to, but I'm going to just because Carson Wentz is back.
Zach Williams, host of the show, goes and grabs the McFarland's gift to Devlin and steals it, what appears to be. I think he stole it.
Well, I wanted to put it on camera. It's a bell with the Browns on it. Who did you take, Devlin?
Browns.
I'm right there with you. Hear that? That's a Browns bell, baby. And the Browns are going to win. Go Browns.
I wonder what that sounds like on air. Probably not very
Not
pleasant.
great. Not great. You know what? I don't care because the Browns aren't pleasant. So I'm riding. I'm riding with Devlin today.
And who's your quarterback in your fantasy team?
Deshaun Watson. I had no other choice, boys. No other choice. New Orleans taking on Philadelphia in this one. 6.5 point or 6 point favorites are the Philadelphia Eagles at home. 43.5 point over under.
That entire division is close, but I would say the Saints are like the safest pick to not make it. So 100% going to take the Eagles, especially playing against the Eagles. Come on.
Devlin.
Minshew Mania. Give me the Eagles.
Yeah, I think we're all set on
Eagles
the
still
Eagles
need to win, too, because I actually don't think they've clinched their division title yet. So they still need to win.
No, I think Bruno's right.
No, I am right. I'm looking at NFLnetwork.com right now.
Oh, okay.
They have not clinched the division yet. They've clinched playoff. Cowboys have clinched playoff. No one's clinched the division.
Our buddy Adam in Portland Titans are my squad. That being said, I think we lose by 50.
Word, Adam.
Probably pretty true. Arizona taking on the Atlanta Falcons. 3-point favorites are the Falcons in this one. Colt McCoy just got cleared. They are saying Colt McCoy is probably set to play this week, which is a big bump from Trace McSorley, who I didn't think did that bad of a job.
No, he didn't.
Give him his first start. He really didn't look all that terrible. 42.5-point over-under in this one.
What I don't. You said Trace McSorley. I don't know where the Cardinals go from here, and I don't know if we can ever. Did you say 10.5?
No, 3.
Oh my God.
Falcons are favorites.
I thought it was going to be a spread game. Never mind. God, this is the Who Cares Bowl.
Desmond Ridder.
He has shown flashes. Have you seen Desmond Ridder play?
Yeah.
I think he's better than.
I saw him run out of bounds with no time left and lose the game.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't care what flash is showing. You're just stupid. You're dumb.
Yeah, give me Desmond and the Falcons. I
Yes.
I don't know how the line can be so close with the way the franchise is for Arizona right now. Does that not perplex anybody else? Atlanta seems like a 10 times a better place. Did you also see they're thinking about trading Kyle Pitts too? It's
crazy. It's because he's injured now.
Everyone in the NFL is just like, whatever.
Yep.
Everyone in the NFL is like, we suck. Every team. Except for six.
You're taking Atlanta.
Yes.
Devlin.
Trace McSorley took Tom Brady to overtime. Expect a regulation win against the Falcons and Desmond Ridder. Give me the Cardinals.
Tom Brady.
I'm on the same boat there with you.
Tom Brady.
I'm taking Arizona.
James
the Birds. The real Birds. Jacksonville at Houston. 4.5-point favorites are the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road in Houston. 43.5-point over-under. This is really going to test a lot. I know it's really easy just to say, like, Jacksonville. I understand that's easy.
I was going to say Houston. So
I mean, okay. Well, Houston is just look. The Titans fans want a silver lining. Houston's been taking the Cowboys to the wire. They took the Chiefs to the wire, and then they just
you see how
beat the
happy
Titans.
they were to beat the Titans? They were like, oh, sorry about that. They're like, sorry about that. They're going to do the same thing to the Jaguars. They're going to be like, sorry about that. Give me Houston.
Devlin.
Honestly, if the Jags play the Bills this week, I'd still take the Jags. Give me Jacksonville.
Now, with everything I just said, I'm taking Jacksonville as well because it's still a must-win for them. Because even if they lose to the Titans, they're in the same boat. They could still get into the AFC or to the playoffs.
Everything rides on that game.
Yeah.
I think Jacksonville still could technically make it.
They can get in the wild card. Yeah, they can get in a wild card. Chicago at Detroit. 5.5-point favorites are the Detroit Lions. 52.5-point over-under.
Justin Fields! I need it! I need you, Justin. Please. I know these guys aren't going to bet on the Bears. I know they're not. And I bet on you twice. I'm behind now because of it. Please take out the Lions, Justin Fields.
Take them out.
Take them out.
Devlin.
One of these teams has something to play for. The other one doesn't. Give me the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions as well. This is a fade Bruno show today. Me and
this is the only way I can
Dean
come back,
over
really.
there. Yeah, no, really, it is. This is the week. You either fall to an unsurmountable falling, or you come back and take a huge lead. That's the only really option you have. Miami at New England Patriots. 3-point favorites are the home Patriots in this one. 41.5-point over.
Easily I'm going with the Patriots here. Mac Jones and the Patriots are like the most hated team right now. Bill Belichick, they're all scumbags. Mac Jones is just falling at other players' knees. He's grabbing people's shoes.
Hey, I respect it, honestly. I mean, why not? Someone's got to be the dirty player.
Yeah. So give me Mac Jones and the Patriots.
Devlin.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking the Patriots as well. Mainly because of what's going on with Tua. Back in the concussion protocol now, people are saying he needs to quit football. They're like, yeah, you just need to quit. I saw Brandon Marshall today talking about how, look, I love playing hard and all that kind of stuff, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't know what's going to I don't know what's going on. That Green Bay game, you saw it. The hit that happened, and then 3 interceptions after that. He was out. He was out. And he was out there playing, and I don't know how anybody – it's either one or two things. He is like gung-ho. He has told this team, I don't care if I can barely walk. I'm going on the field. Or people in the Dolphins organization hate Tua.
They want to.
It's funny, but someone hates him because if he was doing that on the field, what was he doing on the sideline? Like, it couldn't be that hidden.
He's just sitting there, yabba dabba doo, yeah, Yogi Bear. He's just, just speaking nonsense.
So I was like, all right, Tua, this is what we're going to do. And he's like, yes, mommy? Like, it's just.
I want 5 eggs scrambled, please. Some Spam on top.
Ooh. Well, Spam.
Well, too, is Polynesian, and they love Spam.
Do you like Spam?
Not really.
Devlin, Spam?
No.
That's not Ohio. That's crazy. Ohio people love Spam. Anything in a can.
Ohio and Polynesian culture. Shaking hands on Spam.
Denver at Kansas City, 12.5-point line here. Chiefs are the favorite, shocker. 44.5-point over-under.
Yeah, I know it's stupid. Hey, system pick. I know this is absolutely ridiculous. If you're not picking the Chiefs, you're an idiot. With that said, I need a miracle. Broncos. on the spread, by the way.
Spread 12.5.
Broncos covered a double-digit spread last time they played, I'm pretty sure, right? They fought. They came down to the end.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah. I could smell where that pick was going a mile away there. Baker Mayfield and the Rams just boat raced him on national television and got slimed on the whole time. So yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs covering the 12.5. They're in shambles right now. They are absolutely in shambles. Indianapolis at the New York Giants. This one, 5.5-point favorites are the Giants at home, 38.5-point over-under. I'm shocked that it's only 5.5.
The Colts got a solid D, honestly. They do. They don't got a solid O, though. They have Nick Foles at quarterback.
That's the real thing. I mean, I think the Giants could win this by like 20.
Yeah, give me the Colts.
Devlin.
System pick.
The Giants.
Yeah.
Colts are bad.
Dude, Bruno is...
I'm on the contrarian side this week.
You might go 50-50, and you had like half just great calls, and then the other were just abysmal, and it doesn't help you. I'm going to take the Giants as well in this one. I'm going to take the Giants in the points, too. 5.5, easily taking those points. I mean, that's lock of the week kind of territory. That's keeping a safe pick of the week territory right there for me. New York Jets taking on the Seattle Sea Dragons. 1.5-point favorite are the New York Jets, 42.5-point over-under.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Jets on this one, mainly because the Seahawks have burned me at like
they're Dragons.
5 to 6. Why do you keep saying that?
I miss the Seattle Sea Dragons. Yeah, I know. They were my favorite team out of the XFL.
They were just called the Dragons back in my league.
Oh, really?
Now they're the Sea Dragons.
Oh, okay.
But they were just called the Dragons.
Well, I think I added Sea Dragon.
Speaking of Dragon, anyways. New York Jets.
Jets! They will be dragging that ball all over the field.
Yes, sir.
Devlin.
Who's taking snaps for them this week?
I don't know. I think Mike White has a chance to come back, but it could simply be Zach Wilson again.
Well, who was that guy? I don't even remember his name. The third stringer. Practice squad guy.
They're going through a lot of people right now.
He played not too bad.
Yeah. None of them do, apparently. Everyone besides Zach Wilson plays bad.
I don't know. The Jets here, I guess. This is tough. If Mike White plays, it's simple as that. I'm taking the Jets, but I have no idea. Jets.
Sorry, you got to make a call. I'm going to go Seattle here. What a great way to just blow up the Jets and make them lose forever. Cross-country game for them, by the way. That's the big thing. They're coming from New York to Seattle. I don't like it. I like the 1.5 with the Seattle Seahawks and the plus 108 on the win for them. And I like the under in that game, 42.5. San Francisco taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. 10-point favorites are the 49ers. Now led, the Raiders that is, by Jarrett Stidham. QB1.
Yep. I'm gonna keep. Hey, you think I'm dying on this ship? I truly believe in first. If you ain't first, you're last. So give me the Raiders on the spread.
Devlin.
Niners.
Why so quick?
By $1 billion.
By a million, billion, jillion.
I'm going to take the Raiders here just in case this is one of the games that Bruno gets right. And then system pick them.
Getting them all right.
This is also, it's kind of the script. You know what I mean? Like, this is the script of the NFL. Everything's in turmoil. All of it's bad. And Raiders win against the 49ers. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But this is how it happens. It will happen. One of these teams will cover these points, and not only cover, they'll win. One of these teams that are down multiple, like the 10s points, are going to cover, and they're going to win. That's going to happen this week. I'll guarantee you that. It's just picking the right one. This one, to me, at home for the Raiders, that team field, Everybody's telling them you're done. Everyone tell you you're over. And they show up and have a big day. They still have Josh Jacobs, who isn't going to quit. I don't think he's going to quit.
Didn't look great last week.
He's looked great every other week.
And he's clearly shown that he hates the Raiders.
Oh, no, he for sure hates them. But he's got to look good for whatever team he's going to go to next. That just has to happen. We'll finish up with the other games when we return. Also have some Bruno's bets for you as well. Whole lot coming in here on the afternoon stretch.
Good afternoon. The National Fire Department just finished up whatever that was over there on Briley Parkway southbound. It looked like maybe a backhoe had caught fire. Again, it's looking so much better now in Two Rivers on Briley Parkway southbound at Two Rivers Parkway. Still a lot of traffic volume to the north on 65 up into Goodlettsville. Lots of radar down through parts of Williamson County on 65 as you head down towards 840. Hey, Nash Painting Services, all of Middle Tennessee. Check them out online. They're good dudes. Check them out at nashpainting.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Are you looking for a trusted partner who knows AT&T business inside and out? ABS Communications is an organization built on the premise that telecom solutions and working with companies like AT&T can often be complicated, and the customer needs someone to help them navigate through these complexities. They make complex simple. Whether it's helping maintain, manage, or secure your business, ABS Communications is here to help with all your business telecom and mobility needs. Their business was built with the goal of simplifying the process of connectivity for the customer and establishing a long-term relationship of trust through transparency and accountability. ABS Communications is a top 5 AT&T authorized agent with over 200 years of AT&T technical experience. You can call Mark and the gang at 615-349-8588, or you can visit their website at abscomm.net. And remember, mention the McFarland Show to ABS, and you could get up to $250 in a Visa gift card for new ABS business customers.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Greg Pogue back once again to tell you about Bongo Java, Nashville's oldest and most celebrated coffee company, now also located in the Omni Nashville Hotel. Reward yourself for surviving Nashville traffic with fresh, locally roasted coffee, classic handcrafted espresso drinks, and fresh baked goods all day long. And free Wi-Fi, so you don't have to work from home. #1 in customer service. You made it through the traffic. Reward yourself with a perfect pick-me-up at Bongo Java. Fresh coffee, delicious treats, great atmosphere. Open 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. daily. Bongo Java at the Omni Nashville Hotel.
Good day, I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill, and here's your latest exclusive Nashville Sports Radio WNSR Skies Can forecast. Daytime hours will give us mostly sunny skies, highs in the lower to mid-50s. The evening hours overnight as well, increasing clouds through the night, lows around 42. Utilizing the resources of the Weatherbug Network on Nashville Sports Radio, I'm WSR's Jimmy O'Neill.
Sports Radio WNSR.
The afternoon stretch. It's a radio show.
Afternoon stretch. Bruno Reagan, Devlin McKenzie, Zach Williams. Going through our Week 17 NFL picks here because we won't have a long enough show tomorrow to do it. Vandy women's basketball, Jake Lyman on the call. That'll be happening tomorrow. No Grizzly game tonight. Grizzly game tomorrow, though, after we're done with our Vandy women's basketball. We'll join Grizzlies in progress tomorrow.
This show flew by. We gotta get it with the picks.
We got 4 left. I think we can get it done. Oh, by the way, Eric called in. Let us know. Mike White is playing. I haven't seen it yet, but Eric, I trust you. So
It's because on my FanDuel app, it's showing some January 8th games on the same row, so it looked like to me we had some.
Oh, yeah, it does that. You keep scrolling down it. Minnesota at Green Bay. 3-point favorites are the Packers in this one, 48.5-point over-under. And Packers, everything that the Titans fans feel right now, the Packers feel the opposite. They feel like the world is their oyster.
Heck, yeah. Discount double check. Put the belt on. Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. I've always said Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. You know this. I've always said Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. Wait, no, not the GOAT, but the most talented quarterback of all time.
Wouldn't that be GOAT?
No. Tom Brady is the undisputed GOAT.
Yeah.
Regardless, Packers, baby.
He's much more talented than Aaron
Packers
Rodgers.
are going to shut this fraud Vikings team up.
You hate the Vikings. You hate Kirk Cousins. That's actually where this all stems. You really don't like him.
I really don't. I really like Kirk Cousins.
And he was
actually.
Taylor Heineke before Taylor Heineke was cool.
No, I like craziest part. I do like Kirk. I really do. I just think he's goofy.
He's a goof. I would say he's a little goof.
I really do like Kirk. I think Kirk would be one of the guys I would want to play for.
He's a shredded goof.
Yeah.
You don't know it. Takes those tarps off. Oh, you see those cutters. You see them right there. Devlin.
Packers.
Again, it's radio. Give me more.
I mean, when was the last time? Obviously, I don't think anybody knows the answer to this off the top of their head. But
I might.
When was the last time the Packers or the Vikings have swept the Packers in a season?
Let me guess. Brett Favre was there.
I don't know the answer.
Good
guess,
good.
though.
Now that's good radio.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that.
Somebody, hey, Eric, call in and give us that answer. When was the last time someone, the Vikings got swept the Packers?
I mean, it's
been
happened
a long
before
time
where the Vikings have destroyed the Packers in their first game.
I imagine it's happened before. I mean, you go back and the Vikings made it to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs in Super Bowl III, so they probably did it that year.
I'm taking the Packers in this one. I just don't think it's possible for them to sweep the Packers, and I think the Packers have a lot to play for right now.
I'm taking the Packers for that same reason. I just think I want it. This isn't a brain pick. It's just I want to see the Packers for some reason. I don't know what it is. The change, like Space Jam stealing all the talent from the NBA players, happened for the Titans and the Packers when they played at Lambeau. Like the Titans won, and the Packers lost the battle, but they're gonna win the war. And it's whatever happened that day is what happened that day. I don't know. Rams taking on the Chargers. Weird home game for both teams, right? I mean, one's technically the away game, but they both play in the same stadium. So I don't know what that might be the least attended game of the season for both of these teams, which is so weird to say. 6.5-point favors are the Chargers in this one, who have clinched the playoffs already. 40.5-point over under.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to talk about fraud Baker Mayfield and how good he is and all this good stuff. And
Pick
get it.
Hey, pick Brandon Staley.
Huh?
Pick Brandon Staley.
No, I'm picking the Rams.
Yeah. Devlin.
The Chargers.
What an idiot.
What do you mean?
What an idiot. They're already in the playoff.
Baker's played 3 games. 2 of those games he's won, and they were awful teams. Terrible.
Did
Chargers
he
cruise
won
into the
or
playoff.
did he won?
He won.
And congrats to the Chargers on making the playoff, without absolutely throwing it like they did last season.
I'm taking the Rams on this one. Baker's playing for his future, and he's playing really well. Chargers, their future is going into the playoffs. They could do whatever they want now. It doesn't matter anymore. And you give Brandon Staley the
Austin
option.
Eckler gets 40 touches. That'd be good. Really prep him.
He may not. He may not have one.
Ah!
Joshua Kelly. Pittsburgh taking on the Baltimore Ravens in this one, or as Bruno would say, Baltimore Ravens.
That's how you pronounce it. BAL.
Bull. 2.5-point favorites are the Baltimore Ravens. 35.5-point over under in this one.
Easy Pittsburgh. Do not touch the Ravens. Touch Pittsburgh. Kenny Pickett's actually improving, man. I was wrong about Kenny Pickett. I was hard on him early.
Players can change.
He's doing well.
Players can get better
and improve. Yeah, he's taking to it.
Possible.
Mike Tomlin. If there's anyone to do, it's that guy.
He really is. I mean, he can mold NFL players. I don't know what it is he has about him. I mean, think about how long he kept Antonio Brown going.
Yeah, and that was always in Antonio Brown, this craziness.
Yeah. Devlin.
It took 3 interceptions for Derek Carr for the Steelers to win the game. Give me the Ravens.
Really? Have you watched the Ravens lately?
Yeah.
You think they're good?
They beat the Falcons.
This is why you're not in first anymore.
I was
they beat the Falcons
I
because
was first
Desmond Ritter
I was
gave
first
up.
once.
First one time, yeah. We'll hang the banner. Hang the banner right now. Get it up there in the stadium. I will take Pittsburgh as well in this one. I don't like it, though. I will say that. I don't like it. Lamar Jackson did not practice today, so look for, again, you're going to see Snoop Huntley out there, and I don't know what to make of him right now. He's not great, but he's the only thing you have. Best game of the season, I think, is going to happen on Monday Night Football. I don't think I've been more jacked up for a primetime football game. Buffalo taking on the Cincinnati Bengals in this one. 1.5-point favorites are the Bills on the road. 49.5-point over. Take the over. Scream the over in this one.
Buffalo Bills! What happened? Cincinnati and Joey B. They're going to absolutely torch them. They're going to make the Bills fans, they're going to make the Bills think twice about going into a playoff and a Super Bowl run. That's what Cincinnati's going to do to Buffalo. They're primed. Cincinnati's going to be a real threat in the AFC. Devlin, you might have to change allegiances.
I wish I could. I really do. Every day I look up some cool Joe Burrow thing, and I just get really sad.
The internal monologue in Devin. It's just
Devin.
Give me Cincinnati.
Bengals. That jungle's going to be rocking. That whole city's going to go insane. I mean, I'm so excited for this game.
It's going to be like the Declaration of Independence was signed. That's what it's going to be like to the city of Cincinnati. Nothing has ever happened there but this game.
I'm excited for it, too. I'm really excited for this game. I think it's going to be a great game. It's going to be fun. And with that being said, Bills are going to win it. We've seen Stephon Diggs be really oddly quiet these last 2 weeks. Really bad, actually. I think that changes. Diggs returns. He's going to have Eli Apple on him. Get him off the field. There's nobody. I don't think the defense for the Bills can handle the Bengals longer than the defense for the Bengals can handle what the Bills are going to do.
And that's great. That's great. Stephon Diggs can come out and do whatever he wants. The Bengals will win, and Bobby will still be in the loser's bracket of the fantasy playoffs. So, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, it is what it is. But I think that I think the Bills are going to win that one.
I think this game comes down to just that one mistake that gets made. And I think that one mistake is made by Josh Allen.
Yep. If there's anyone to do it, it's him.
I like that. I like the idea of it. I don't think it's going to happen. I want Josh. I don't have any dog in the race now for that. Josh Allen was in one of my leagues that I'm out of now, so that one's over for me. But, yeah. So there's our picks. Can you fire up Bruno's bets for me, please?
Now, it's time to make money off of other people playing sports, because taking gambling advice from a guy named Bruno isn't shady at all. This is Bruno's Bets.
Zach version.
You want to remind people about Alex real quick before?
Oh, yeah. Shout out Alex Darty. He hit it right on just gave you a free one.
3-2 Preds lose. Under hits. Over-under of 6. Scores total of 5.
6.5. Hit easily. No sweat in that one either. I mean, the fifth goal didn't come with 52 seconds left, and that's what ended up being they actually saved the under, because then it was just it was 52 seconds left in the third period. Unfortunately, Preds just couldn't be the one scoring it, but it is what it is. Tonight, I'm looking at the Lakers taking on the Heat. And 228.5 is the over-under.
Under.
Oh,
my God, yes!
Under.
Thank you.
And 9-point spread. Lakers cover that.
Under with the Lakers cover? Yeah, I think the Lakers can cover too. I think the Lakers are like a cover team right now. They don't do enough to win. They're very disorganized. I don't know if you've seen this LeBron stuff, but
you know what they say. Good teams win.
Great teams
cover.
Yeah,
they do.
They do.
Give me Lakers.
I love this 2-leg parlay.
2-leg parlay, simple. Under 228, 9-point spread. I think. I'm pretty sure LeBron's playing in this, and he's going back to Miami. Just a lot riding on it. That'll do it for today. We have a shortened show tomorrow due to Vandy women's basketball, but appreciate everybody who commented and watched it. However you did, we appreciate it. Remember, if nobody's told you, I love you and you matter. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow here on Nashville Sports Radio.